Good morning, everybody. I promise I'll be quick. I've got no slides, so hopefully we'll catch up a bit of time. Like you, I guess as businesses, we've been hit hard by the pandemic. The university is operating with a skeleton crew, with the majority of lectures now online. We do, however, have a fair number of international students on campus, and we have been teaching practice-based subjects, including those related to health and teacher training since the beginning of the month. We've also been involved heavily with colleagues from the borough, the county council, Public Health England in using our estate to help with COVID while the majority of our students are away. So I'm going to update on three interrelated areas, and I'm going to touch upon everything that previous speakers have said, actually. Firstly, social mobility and the levelling up agenda. Secondly, something about skills post-COVID, and finally, new developments on the campus with links into the town. So as a university, we've been working with the Right Honourable Justin Greening on how to develop and deliver on the government's pledge to level up. There's lots about this in the media, but the university are launching a campaign with Justine on the 4th of February, that's next Thursday, looking in particular at how procurement, especially social procurement, can help generate and preserve jobs locally, and what businesses can do to get involved and benefit from. It's building on an event that we had in Northampton a few years ago with John Lord Bird of Big Issue fame on how we get the most from the social pound. Now, we're looking at ways to support local social enterprises, community interest companies in hospitality and retail, important for the high street, but it's aimed also at bigger corporates and larger employers such as the NHS. A key part of social procurement is enhancing local supply chains. Andrea mentioned that earlier, and also a link to employment, local environment and mental health. I think that's absolutely critical and it can't get lost post-COVID. Jonathan was talking about the redevelopment of the town centre and bringing in nature and these things back into the town, and that really does increase people's well-being along with decent employment. So please watch out for that next week. We're also with Justine's team looking at how the economy can move rapidly to zero carbon. Andrea mentioned this is critically important. COP26, which is the United Nations climate change meeting, is in Glasgow, November this year. And we're keen to make sure that Northamptonshire is seen to be playing a leading role. The university will pledge next month, you'll hear about this publicly, to go to net zero carbon by 2030. And that's 20 years ahead of the current government deadline. And we hope we can convince you and others to help follow suit. On skills, we've been working closely with SEMLAP and more broadly the Oxford Cambridge Arc in support of their economic recovery strategies. And if you've not seen them, we can circulate the relevant links after the session today, but it's ambitious as it needs to be, and it involves much closer cooperation between universities and FE colleges using innovative and flexible modular and micro-credentials. These are small chunks of learning which are delivered online that can be taken in the workplace. And the aim here is to help reskill the current workforce to avoid potential redundancies and also address the issue of an aging workforce in key sectors, including automotive and manufacturing. Finally, 3 campus projects in the pipeline that may be of interest. One is a new teaching campus at Silverstone in collaboration with the Silverstone Circuits, a Bedford College Group, and the University Technical College that we already helped to run there. So this proposed facility will be themed around advanced engineering, but also looking at new technologies and the skills needed for renewable energy to get to that zero carbon, electric cars, drones, artificial intelligence, and more plans on that as the project develops. A bit closer to home, we're looking at the next phase of the Waterside campus development, and there are several options relevant to the town that are actively under consideration. A major project around housing for assisted living, linked to research into dementia at the university. Another project is looking at the potential to develop a high-quality biotech laboratory space, initially for university spin-out companies in partnership with other universities in the ARC, including Oxford. The advantage to developers in this project is the close proximity to Northampton General Hospital, as new drug development and treatments will be an important part of both projects. And finally, to highlight what Jonathan was saying about the Cultural Centre, we're in discussions with the Leather Sellers Livery Company and the Borough and local industry partners to set up a leather conservation centre in the cultural quarter that would act as a focus for the fashion footwear industry, linked to the tannery on the Waterside campus, supporting local heritage and also hopefully a tourist destination in its own right. So thanks for listening.